Holy Spirit can give us strength to do that, but we have to do the right thing and follow where the Spirit leads. It's hard sometimes being part of a community because a community is made up of people. And people are flawed, and people don't always do what they should do. And sometimes it's scary speaking the truth when people aren't ready to hear it. Because human beings have a tendency to look at other people and see only their past or their social station or what society tells us they're destined to do because of where they've been. And fear doesn't allow us to see beyond the image that we have in our heads of who people can be when we give them a chance. And we don't always allow the Spirit to come into our hearts and change our perception of people. And people have judged me too. Recently, I've lost a lot of opportunities at jobs because people look at my life and reduce me to the worst thing I've ever done, and I become a liability instead of a person. I'm sure it happens to all of us sometimes. But it also works both ways for me. Because of the rejection I faced, I can wallow in fear and resentment and decide that everyone is going to be the same, and I can isolate myself in my bitterness instead of reaching out in honesty about who I was and who I am now, my weaknesses, but also my strengths that would make me a good employee and a good person, flawed but reaching toward what's right. It can happen to any of us, really. Sometimes fear becomes the loudest voice in the room. We look at someone's past, their addiction, their arrest record, their sexuality, their politics, their failures, their regrets, and without even realizing it, we stop seeing a person and we start seeing a category. Then we label that category in our minds and wrap it up in a package and tie it with a nice bow. And once we put people in a box, we expect them to live and act in certain ways. And we rewrite everything they do to fit the picture of them that we have in our heads. It's called the self-fulfilling prophecy. But the day of Pentecost, it reminds us that the Spirit of God moves toward connection, not away from it. Pentecost reminds us that no matter what we've done or where we're at, God can always use us to spread the gospel through our words or through our actions or how we show love in the things we do. See, when we put people in a box, we put God in a box too. And we tell him he can only be as big as our narrow perception of him. When I was at church,